Anyway, so we're back, and it's Friday, and we're going into another beautiful weekend. Hopefully beautiful. We'll see. But
it's always sunny in Philly.
It is always sunny.
We're in California.
Yeah,
But my mind's in Philly.
Me too.
My heart's there.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, wait a minute.
Who are
There
you?
was a female voice that I didn't say that. That must have been Andy. He's always morphing into somebody else.
Andy.
Oh my goodness!
It just happens to be.
One party
Ladies and
removed.
gentlemen, we have a very special guest in studio with us this week. It is our mother.
El Madre.
Hi,
La
Mom.
Madre. Sorry, I
How
did
you
the wrong
doing?
preface.
How are you? Hello. Oh,
Hey,
oh, look at the matching bracelets.
Mom, the noise in the
Yeah,
mic.
there's a noise.
The noise.
You can hold it up.
Look at,
Oh,
great job, Andy.
Andy. We're for the whole stage is falling apart.
Andy, you're
New
being
mics. No,
naughty.
we're good, but look at those bracelets.
Actually, yes.
Matching bracelets. Look at that. Andy, hold yours up.
No one can see this, but sure. I mean, unless you're watching YouTube, but the people that are listening to the
Okay,
podcast.
so I'll explain it for the
Yeah,
people
explain it.
listening. My mom has about a 5-inch section of her wrist full of bangles.
Beautiful, eclectic
bracelets.
bangles.
What's on there, Mom?
Each one has a very special meaning.
Oh,
Yes.
Each one.
Which
Where
one
did
is
this
that?
come from?
All
Imagine-
of them. All of them.
Well, give me one. Pick one that has a very special
Okay,
meaning.
well, this one has Charlie's
And
little
explain it.
thumb.
So Charlie is
thumbprint.
your
Charlie is
granddaughter, my
your
daughter.
my almost 17-year-old.
Maybe just move the charms.
And this is my hummingbird from my mom.
Yep.
This is an angel from my mom. This is Libby's little thumb.
Oh, yeah.
You're a 13-year-old, my baby girl,
Yep.
granddaughter. And then we have the Faith, Hope, and Charity anchor from my dad because he was in the Navy. And there's a cross on here somewhere, but
Very cool.
Yes.
Lot of,
and Andy has also a 4-inch section of his wrist full of
Yes.
bangles. What are your bangles?
Well, they're
Ann?
bangles into hair bands, so he can pull his hair back
right.
because he loves to throw that hair out from
Correct.
side to side.
Andy.
He loves to do that to the
I
left
have a
and to the
hairband,
right.
too.
Oh, so you and Mom
everyone
are,
needs a hairband.
you and Mom are the same.
Oh, let's talk about the neckwear.
I got a little neckwear.
I
We
have
all got a little neckwear. We're all inspired.
And by the way, the listeners this week are going to get a little taste of what I've been experiencing since as far back as I can remember, which is the sound of my mom. My mom has her own atmosphere.
She does.
She enters a room, you know Mom is in that room from
Jingle,
all the bangles and all the
jingle.
things jingling and jangling.
It's the clicking of the heels
Yes.
and the jingle jangles of the bangles. I swear my
the jingle
mom.
jangle of the bangles.
I swear my mom actually walks around Disneyland in stilettos
It's true.
from
No.
7 a.m.
Platforms,
to
not
midnight.
stilettos.
Platforms.
All right, platforms.
And we got to explain this story now.
So my mom has worn platforms ever since platforms were invented. My mother is 4'2".
No. I'm 5'2".
Yes, she's
Oh,
5 foot.
no way.
Yes,
Five
I
foot
am.
one. I'll give you one. I'll give you 5'1".
No, yeah,
On
she's
a
5'2".
good day,
She's
I'm
5'2".
5'2".
Okay, so 5'2".
If I stand up.
And she wears platforms that make her 6'2".
No.
No, what is it?
5'6",
5'6".
7 at the
Right,
most.
okay,
Yeah.
5'6".
Yeah.
5-inch platforms. Now, she rocks them, and she looks great. in
When
them.
I say, okay, let's just give it back.
But
I
she
mean
wears
like
these
her
shoes like
slippers.
sneakers. Yeah.
You will never see my mom in bare
No.
feet.
As a matter of fact, when she is in bare feet, I almost feel like the urge to pick her up like a little baby.
I know.
Oh,
And
Mom.
It's almost. I feel. Like I look down to see if mom's standing in a well
Yeah.
or something.
I picked her
have-
up one time. I dislocated a rib.
No,
remember
you
that.
didn't.
That was me.
Andy
Oh, yeah,
did.
that was you.
But
That
I don't.
was
was
I don't try to
not
pick my mom
intentional.
like a baby. I just feel really great about myself and how
When
tall I
I
am.
When
Yeah.
I take my shoes off, I do that
It's
on purpose.
unbelievable.
it's a big ego
But
booster.
she never.
It is a
It's a
big-
huge ego boost.
Yeah.
She never. Mom, I'm having a bad day. Take off your shoes.
so weird.
Yes. Now I'm tall. No. But she wears them 24/7.
24/7.
We go
Literally
to Disneyland.
24/7.
No joke.
Yes,
My
I
mother, with all of us, when we go with the kids and everything, she'll open that park at 7 a.m., close the park at midnight, walk all day.
Yep.
Doesn't take the bench
Yep.
off.
Yep.
In those shoes.
And I get a little worried because I feel like
I'm dying in my
puts,
Nikes.
It puts it also puts our mother up another 5 inches, which is a lot fall to the ground.
What is that? Faller to faller?
Matt's been drinking.
Which is a lot farther to faller.
Let me take that again.
Yes.
It's a lot farther to fall
Nice.
off of those 5 inches.
Yes, it
and
is.
it worries me.
What do I
We always
say?
hear about people that, when
What do I say?
when they reach those lovely ages, they
Excuse
fall
me?
and
The
break
lovely
their
age-
hips.
The
Careful,
lovely age
careful.
of 58. The lovely age of 58.
It
that
makes
Mom
me
is.
nervous.
That's right. I always say
But
what?
Mom, you
measured
say
steps.
Yes, but Mom,
Measured steps.
you say something. The reason why you can't is because you feel like your calves have fused in that position. Explain it.
No, it's just I like.
No, but when you take them off, my calves ache because
Well,
they're
my
so
calves do ache
because they're so used to being elevated or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
it's
the
very
excuse
good
we
for your
get.
cat.
I don't know if this is true, but I've the pressure on a foot in a platform or a heel is that of a elephant's
Why are you looking at me? I don't know.
The weight
Because it's
hold
an
on.
animal?
I'll find out the exact. It's the same amount of pressure that an elephant puts on his.
All I
pad.
know is
Really?
that both Prince and Mariah Carey needed both. They both got hip surgeries.
Yeah, but Mom is
because
an enigma.
Mariah was doing those workouts in stilettos.
Right.
I don't
And
work-
Prince would do
you know
all
what?
his shows
But you know what?
dancing around in stilettos.
Hey, listen
I
though,
do
whatever
not work
Mom's
out in
doing,
my
she's
that's
working.
smart.
She's rocking.
No,
And
she's
she
working.
also has the
She's
best calves
She's
I've
got
ever
great
seen on a
calves.
woman.
Everybody said that.
Everybody says it.
Nobody in the San Fernando Valley has better calves than Mom.
Yes.
But we got Mom here with us.
I'm
I'm
so
here.
excited.
Wow.
So look out.
Here we go. It's actually
Careful
more.
there.
The high heel can exert more than 15 times the pressure of an elephant's foot.
Wow.
So you
think-
actually are exerting 15 times the amount of pressure onto your foot from being in that position.
Think about how strong
Well,
her
do
feet
you know
are.
why? I'll tell you why. Because elephants, I don't know, they have those really.
Wait a minute.
cute-
Why can you tell me why when you couldn't tell me the fact?
Well, because
Yeah.
now
you
I
were
understand-
busting my balls for asking you about the fact, but now you're going to explain
Can
the
I tell
fact.
you why that fact is so true? Well, go ahead, Matt. You
That's-
didn't know about the fact.
Sure.
2 seconds
Well, 'cause
ago.
I didn't think of it this way, but now it makes total sense. Actually,
Oh, now I've enlightened
elephants'
you.
feet. Well, they're one of the biggest land mammals on the planet,
right.
right? At this point,
Yeah.
So elephants' feet.
Yeah.
You notice how they're cute and they almost look like you want to just grab them. They're big
Yeah,
round
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So elephants' feet have evolved to displace weight. They have cushions, and if you notice when they hit the ground, the elephant's feet have these.
Yeah,
like,
they do this little kind of canter. Yes.
It's because they're spreading their feet out over the ground.
'Cause they're wearing Dr.
spreading
Scholl's.
spreading the weight and distributing the weight over a broader surface area, which takes off any pressure points. So actually, an elephant's foot is adapted for that kind of weight so well that yes, a fact like putting a human foot in a stiletto would cause more pressure on those toes than an elephant puts on its toes.
Gotcha.
Because his elephant, that makes sense. I
makes
get
a
it.
lot of
Hopefully, I'm
sense.
not dispersing that much weight.
You're not dispersing any weight. You're like a
like a feather.
stick. You're a little feather.
I'm not a
little
little
feather.
feather.
Yes, you are. You're a feather. So, guys, Mom.
But you
brought
weren't
us-
feather when you were pregnant with Andy. I remember that.
Oh, my gosh.
You gained how much?
80 pounds.
And why
Now,
did you
here's what's
gain?
crazy. My mom only weighs 92 pounds.
No, it's true.
No, seriously.
You
like,
doubled
maybe,
yourself.
Maybe 100.
I did
but
double
You did
my
double
weight.
your weight.
I doubled,
yeah,
more
for
than
sure.
doubled my weight.
I remember.
I needed
that.
a lot of nutrients
Well-
for this brain to develop
You know what he
properly.
just said? He's Jack and Johnny Depp again. I needed a lot of nutrients.
Yeah. Remember, Goaty.
Andy used to call me Goaty, okay? I'm in his phone as Goaty. I still refer to myself as Goaty. He couldn't say Joey, okay? And Andy would stand at my door and literally, it would be like this. I'd be like, yes, Andy. Goaty. Yes, I'll be out in a
No,
second.
he wasn't 4. He
Goaty,
was
Goaty,
speaking
Goaty.
very concisely.
Goaty,
by
Goaty,
the time
Goaty,
he
Goaty,
was
Yeah,
Goaty.
this was
He
earlier
was
than that.
2.
This was
All
2.
right, 2, whatever.
I had a full vocabulary by the time I was 3.
Andy,
I was still
know.
nursing,
I know.
but I could
know.
speak.
Oh, I gotta tell a story.
Oh, yeah, you gotta tell that one.
I gotta tell
Hold
a
on.
story.
Oh, I know which one you're gonna tell,
Oh,
bro.
my God.
Well, hold on,
Okay, wait.
So, but it would be crazy. I'd have friends over, and I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, this is my baby brother. Watch this." He'd go, "Goaty, open the door." I'd be like, "Goaty." I'd be like, "Andy, you got to give me a couple minutes." Okay, Goaty, close the door. I literally would close the door. Goaty, 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 Goaty. I'd open the door. He would be talking, Goaty, Goaty, Goaty. I'd close the door, Goaty, Goaty, Goaty. He'd stand there for 10 minutes.
Poor baby.
Yes, and then he'd go away and he'd come back. I know, I felt so
cute.
bad. I know, but you know,
Cute little
he was. Oh God, Andy was the cutest.
He
kid.
was a
I
cute
mean,
baby.
You remember when he would sit
Oh, my
in
goodness.
Hesby Street?
And the Johnny
Oh
jumper
God,
thing.
we'd have this Johnny. What was that,
Oh,
Mom?
my
It was
gosh.
I
between,
put it on the
between the doors,
the
right?
doors, and he would jump up.
I remember I'd walk by and just hear winky, 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 winky.
Yeah.
And then I'd walk by and like an hour later I'd
You
come
and I-
back and he'd be winky, winky, winky.
You and I would have a full cap gun fight outside and play bikes
Yeah,
and everything.
for
We
sure.
come in, he's still doing
Still doing it.
hours.
Yeah.
I missed the
Not
cap gun
hours.
fight.
You did.
It
Well, but you
seemed
were
like
too young,
hours.
2 or 3.
No,
But you've
dude,
made
this
up
is
for
like
it.
8 months.
You
with
definitely
your,
have made
your
up
facts
for
are a
it
little
since.
skewed.
Oh, I guess he was like 11 months.
Oh, at the most.
Yeah.
You were 7. What, Joe? Still in the
well,
jumper at
you were
7?
11 or 12.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You're in the jumper. We put you in there.
He-
You'd run around. You know.
You were so attentive to him that Dr. Hennessy had to tell you guys
Yep.
to
Yeah.
stop carrying him so he would walk.
Talked about that.
Yeah, we
right.
talked
Because you
about
all
it.
walked really early.
Yeah.
And he was like 12 months not walking.
I know. We're like,
We
what's
carried
wrong
him
with this
around.
guy?
And
that
a week
big cranium's
later-
not paying off right now.
No, but a week later, well, he could talk.
Oh, he was.
He was
No, he was
talk-
off
he
the
could
charts.
talk.
Yeah, motor
and he was
mouth.
always off the charts. for that.
Always.
I
And
know.
so were you, and so were you.
Oh gosh, remember the jokes? He would tell us the
Oh,
jokes.
the poor jokes that weren't funny.
That weren't funny.
Oh my God!
Some
Oh
of them,
my God!
some of them were funny.
They were funny to
Some of
a
them were funny.
5-year-old.
No, you'd
They
make
were-
them, bro. You
I just
made
would
them
love his
up.
reaction after because he'd wait for the laugh, and if there weren't one, he'd try to force one. He'd go, and you're like, nah, you gotta work on that one. I'm gonna give you a little tough love right now, little brother. I want you to be
up. In all due respect,
Yeah.
in all fairness to
Yeah.
you, bro, there was no way they were gonna be funny. You were literally making jokes up.
But
Hey guys, do you know why the elephant went to the store? I remember being in the
because he
van-
had chunk.
right junk problems.
What?
Yeah, we're like, no, Andy, that's not.
He needed like an antihistamine because I swear he would go into explanation because the elephant was sneezing through his
Oh
trunk.
God, get
But-
it? You get it? Remember, you get it.
You get it?
I don't think anybody gets that.
But he
joke.
always did it with a costume on.
Oh my gosh,
He
always.
never left the house without a costume.
Never left without a costume.
Oh,
Ever.
I didn't have to
wait.
worry about clothes.
I do.
Got it.
I do remember one time, Mom like bargaining with me to leave the house, and I was the result was I was allowed to wear my costume underneath my outfit. So
I think we
still
were
had
going
it
to
on.
church.
Something.
But he had
I need-
like
I need-
Batman
yeah.
or
to celebrate the
Spider-Man.
birth of Christ, and you were still dressing up.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Wolverine.
I think
Oh,
I remember
God.
that because I remember sitting there and he'd look at me if you're listening to this, he'd look at me and like slip his t-shirt down a little bit to show me that he had
Oh, yeah.
Superman underneath
Oh,
there.
yeah.
He also
And he'd
thought he
flip
could
it back.
fly.
Oh, yeah, I would-
I had to put
I was jumping off
furniture
stuff for a
in
while.
front
That's
of
right,
the
he thought he could
balcony
fly.
because he was standing ready to fly.
That's right. He thought he could fly.
But no, I got to tell this story because
Okay.
this is one of the funniest stories I can remember of Andy. And
This is one I think you're going to tell because we were together. I think, and we.
because we shared a room.
Yeah. we
So I
discovered
would.
this.
So
I was
like
like one.
like 11. He was like 2 or 3 years old.
No, dude, because
Yes, you
we
were.
were already in Kesby Street.
You might want to save this, for the book.
This was Hesby Street, pal.
It was Hesby.
This was Hesby Street. Joe and I were sharing a room. Andy was at least 2. I mean, I think he was 2.5. Yeah.
Maybe,
Oh yeah.
maybe 2.
Definitely, because you had already said he was not allowed to have any more boob. It was already a big deal.
Well, it
no
was-
more
I
boob.
said it a little more gently.
No
than
more
that.
boob. No more boob. No more boob. You're getting too old. You're getting too old. Now wait.
You're not getting these tits anymore, kid.
So I had an issue.
These are mama's titties.
What? Jesus.
I couldn't sleep one night. So I go into
Oh,
my
God,
parents'
it's the
room.
weirdest.
It's 1 o'clock in the
weird.
morning. I'm like, maybe
I don't know where this
maybe I'll get it.
conversation's
Maybe I'll
going.
get a little spot at the end of the bed. I was still young. I was like literally like 10 or 11. I'm telling you, it was 2. I'm like, I'll just. So the door was. My parents never locked the door. They had young
course
kids.
not.
So the door had like an inch, right? And I was like, oh, I hope. I'm just gonna open the door really slowly. And as the light, the door opens and the light, goes to the bed.
Yeah.
I see Mom passed out, arms in directions, legs in directions, all sprawled out in bed. And Andy is double fisted on one boob. He's got his hands.
really think
one boob
I was
on one
out?
boob, one on the other? Mom, you were out.
I wasn't
And
holding
he's-
both breasts,
And he's like,
Matt.
no, not
Alert
both breasts.
the
Andy's
environment.
trying to distract from this story as
No,
we
it's
I'm
such
just
a
trying to
bad
wrap my
story. It's
head
pretty
around
sweet.
You probably wouldn't remember.
I
You were
got
2
the
years
den,
old.
like
He
sort of that
remembers.
weird
I remember
TV
that.
den, Yeah.
Well, no, I
Anyways.
just don't remember the door being open at Hesby Street, but I remember it vividly being cracked all the time at Rev Road. And I remember my crib being in Rev.
Yeah, it
I
wasn't
remember
Rev Road.
I remember my crib being in the edge of your bed.
Yeah,
and
it
that's what I
wasn't-
used to crawl out of.
No, it wasn't Rev Road.
I remember it.
It
You
was
crawled
Hesby
out of
Street.
that.
Anyway,
You crawled out
there's
of
that
no,
all the time.
There's no debate.
I
It was
do.
Hesby Street. I
was-
remember.
it
I remember
was
the
Hesby.
pool in the back garden. We were doing it anyway. So I go in there. He's double fist. I'm not kidding. He's got one hand on one side of Mom's boob and the other on the other, and he can't even get his fingers around this giant boob. And he's got the whole thing in his mouth. And he's like this.
Oh my God.
And I swear to God, as the light hits him, he goes like this, like he's got caught in like and he goes like this, and then goes right back onto the boob.
But
He
Matt,
The shush.
goes like this, and he even gave me a little wave. He goes,
Don't tell anybody. Oh my God.
trust me.
Greatest thing.
I was
Oh my
fully
God.
aware.
Mom, I
But
don't know if
he
you were aware,
was-
but you were
I
dead
was-
out.
Just give me a
Dead
little
out.
sip it. A little sip it.
Yeah, a little sippy.
A little sip it.
No, you're the one that wanted a little sip in the
Ew.
market when you were
You
unbuttoning
pervert.
my shirt.
Oh.
I just
In
want a
the
little
market?
sip.
And he was 16.
Yeah,
Oh my
I
God.
was
The
just-
audacity.
It's
Weird,
really
bro.
weird.
I'm
Dude,
kidding,
it's
I'm kidding.
strange.
Yeah.
bro.
Strange.
Very
That's
strange.
strange stuff.
In the market, yeah. Look, we all were breastfed.
The cutoff was 3.
Yeah,
3
we
years.
all were
You all were
breastfed.
breastfed.
By the
till you were
way,
3.
greatest thing ever.
I gotta thank you, Mom, for sticking through with that.
Absolutely.
I know that's not easy. I know your nipples must have been raw
Yep.
as
Oh, yeah.
all
That's
goodness
a-
heck.
yeah.
But I
Only
really,
when you bit them.
Oh.
but I really gotta thank you
Which you
because
did.
all the science that's coming out
Oh,
right
it's,
now
I mean, look,
about the
it's-
development of a child's brain
Absolutely.
and everything
Definitely.
when it comes to formula versus real breast
well,
milk.
wait a minute.
Absolutely.
Not
I mean,
even
you're
a
talking
comparison.
You're talking about a naturally occurring
Yes.
thing. If you
Yeah.
can do that, Like
Yes.
some
Yeah,
women
exactly.
can, unfortunately.
Some
but
women
if you
can.
can
which
do
is
that,
which is great that formula's
but
there.
if you can do that, I mean, my goodness, it's how it was created. I
When-
mean,
It's
that's
you're
what
never
it's there
gonna
for.
ever come close.
Why would milk
But when
flow
did
in if that's not
when
what
did
it's-
you switch me over to half and half?
Never.
When you started drinking coffee,
Oh, yeah.
too.
That's right.
Oh, God, jeez. That's just got you off the boob.
Yeah.
Have a little coffee.
Caffeine.
Nothing but a
I have
cup of coffee.
actually drink. I think I've had caffeine my whole life, like
Why?
iced tea and coffee. I think
you
like
had
my
iced tea.
whole life.
Not a lot.
You had coffee. You
true.
liked iced tea.
I
You
You
drank
like
drank
coffee.
Arnold Palmer.
Arnold
Arnold
Palmer.
Palmer's,
It was
but,
cut
no,
with-
but English breakfast tea I drank.
English
Not when you were
breakfast tea.
little, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Not
I
for
went
me.
to London and drank it there.
Oh yeah, we had. That's
and I was a
right.
teeny bun.
You were 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
But that was high tea. That was a whole different experience.
Yeah, that was because we were in London.
High
Yeah.
tea is a different thing nowadays.
Oh, God. You guys are idiots. Always going to go back to weed jokes.
Oh.
Hi, tea. Hi, tea. And when you drink it, you actually say hi to your tea because you think it's talking back to you. Hi, tea. Oh, God, he's gotten into the high tea again. That's you have drank a lot of caffeine, actually. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Well, I stopped. I stopped. I cut caffeine, sugars, all the stuff out of my.
That's when you got grumpy, though.
No,
You
actually,
got real
I didn't get
grumpy.
grumpy.
No,
It's
we
the
got very
opposite.
Oh, you got
alert.
I actually don't get grumpy when I cut out the things that I abuse. I become normal.
He does.
I
He's
let the
very
light
normal.
shine through
No.
again. But
He
ultimate
becomes
of the
normal
story.
days after
Let the
being
sun
grumpy.
shine in.
Ultimate of the story. No, I'm just grumpy normally, and then when I'm
Yeah,
anyway.
grumpy
That one.
first. I default to grumpy.
Caffeine headache. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, you will
When
get
you
those.
stop.
Oh yeah.
Oh my lord! I had no idea how much power this stuff had over
Oh, yeah.
my body. It was. I mean, it was
Power. Power.
power of
Power
caffeine.
move.
It's not to be. It's not to be
No.
taken seriously. This caffeine stuff and sugar.
You had a very
Most
pure
addictive thing in the
diet.
country.
You had to be very
When I was
careful.
nursing.
I had allergies to everything. By the-
Everything. I had
Wait,
to
what-
make
what-
lamb chops
okay.
and rice.
what
I had
makes
to go
shmee.
to the butcher. That's what you feed
I
your
was
dog.
I was her shmee, bro.
Yeah, he was. Oh,
Yeah,
cute baby.
I was her shmee.
Aw. Lamb chops and rice. And string beans.
And she would grind it up.
Grind every
Make homemade
day.
baby food.
Fresh
Wow.
food. You
Think
did
about
too.
it. Think
Oh, you
about it.
all
Think-
had.
think
Hello.
about that. It's okay.
You all had fresh food.
Think about that. Is that crazy
Yeah.
or what? I mean, that's crazy, right?
Everything. Because first of all, the baby food it was contaminated.
Not only did I die when I was almost born, but I died. A couple
Oh
months
yeah.
later.
So yeah, you got to
Let
take
Mom-
us
yeah,
through
let Mom
that
tell
at
that,
some
'cause I
Well, they
don't
left you
know.
His
outside
birth-
during that snowfall.
No.
Yeah. No,
Kidding.
I played with raw meatballs.
Oh, that's
how
right.
I
No, no,
did
and
it.
then I ate them.
Yeah.
What?
then
You
I
want
ate
your
them.
birth or the salmonella?
We know we did the
salmonella,
salmonella.
Okay, I never put anything in your mouth that I didn't cook.
Right.
And we went on vacation to Ocean City, New Jersey. We went into a deli, and they had roast beef. It looked okay. So I got a little, you were 15 months, you were eating food. Next day, you started to get sick. You were so deathly sick. We had to rush home. You went in the hospital, and it was very scary, but we had a great doctor.
Did he get treated for salmonella?
He did not
Thank goodness.
he did not get treated because the
He would've been a
Dr.
carrier
Hennessy
forever.
said you would become a carrier
How
forever.
crazy is that?
But
Smart doctor.
What?
yes,
you
if
can't
you
get treated for
if you give
salmonella.
antibiotics for
When
salmonella,
I got salmonella recently, and they didn't know, and then they called me and they said you had salmonella, and they said, "Do you want to come in for treatment?" I said, "I feel fine," and the doctor said, "Okay, good. You're not a you won't be a carrier.
No.
You defeated it
right,
on your own."
so you can't be treated.
Where'd you get salmonella from?
I don't know.
Andy.
I think it was a lizard, but Matt doesn't think
When
so.
did you have salmonella?
Just not too long ago.
Not that long ago.
A few
How
months
long?
ago. A few months ago.
Months ago.
Why didn't you tell me? Were we hanging out?
Yeah, you probably have it right now.
I don't know. I don't know.
I can tell you right now, it was definitely the rat droppings that are all over the
Okay.
yard. Because my lizards,
makes
if
sense.
somebody's gonna get salmonella, it's gonna
Yes.
be me first.
Unless
Sorry,
unless
guys.
you have a high tolerance against it and have been around it a lot.
No, it's the rats. I'm 100% sure of that.
God, where do you guys live?
In
You know what you do?
Sherman
You know
Oaks
what-
Hills,
I'm
they're
just kidding.
a
I'm just
major
kidding. Imagine
problem.
Treat it
It's
with
the
the
rats.
major problem.
It's either the rats or the roaches. Oh,
You're right.
We're having friends over tonight for dinner.
You were sick for months, and I went everywhere. I did all this research, and I found a little. I forget the name of the nutritionist, and it said to give you yogurt, and you were allergic to dairy, but I fed you yogurt like a teaspoon 4 or 5 times a day, and then finally, your test was clear. But I had the health department coming to the house.
Yeah, it's a really big
It
deal.
was really a big
and if you get
deal.
treated for it, it's even more
Yeah.
of a big deal. Yeah, you
But
become,
you're not a
get put into
carrier,
a,
no
You
worries.
get put into a system forever.
Yes.
It's on your medical record.
could be in the
I don't know
salmonella
why,
system.
but yeah, they put it on.
Yeah,
It's like
it's
and it's like a thing. It's on your medical record.
Yes.
It is there.
Because you're a carrier.
Wow, that's crazy.
If you
There's
don't,
certain
if you get
jobs you
treated
can't
for it,
do.
yes. If
Yeah.
you get certain places you can't travel.
Yep.
If you get treated for it, So if you ever get salmonella, try to beat it on your own.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yogurt with active yeast cultures.
So literally, only in worst case scenario that your body's going to shut down do you treat it.
Exactly, like in elderly
uncomfortable,
people,
but yes.
elderly people need to be treated because
Right.
Yeah.
they can't sustain.
It's also
that
it's very uncomfortable.
oh, it's horrible.
You don't know what's going on. It's weird. It's like a big, really bad stomach pain.
Really?
You
Yes.
feel nauseous. Yeah, and you don't
You were a
vomit.
sick baby. It was horrible.
terrible.
Well, that was the last time you ever had anything from a deli that I know.
Delis, I don't know why they're like the epicenter of.
Wasn't
Why
cooked.
do you
By the
think?
way, about 350
They're sitting
people.
out on a counter.
No. It wasn't cooked thoroughly.
Well, but
Many people
but-
in nursing homes got deathly sick from that particular roast beef. I won't mention names, but it was a big problem.
Yeah,
at that
but I
point.
mean, so here's what you're right. It wasn't cooked all the way through, but if you'd probably eaten it right after being prepared, you would have been okay. The fact that
Maybe.
they then put it in a deli counter and it sits
Right,
there,
right.
the bacteria is going to grow and it's going to be more prevalent and going to be stronger. And then when you're slicing it off, giving it to people, you got to
Yeah.
really thoroughly clean all that stuff every day, all day, and you can't leave that stuff in a counter, even if it's cooled, like in that that glass.
Yeah.
We're from just leave it in there all day and not expect it.
We're from Philly in an era of time where deli. I mean, how much
God.
deli meat have we all
my
you
consumed?
had to have a hoagie at least
my
once a
God.
week.
I mean,
It wasn't even a joke.
We would just go. I go into the
Cheesesteak.
fridge and take out the deli meat and just
eat.
eat.
know.
I know. Ugh.
But not,
Bologna,
not too much.
salami.
I love bologna.
I do too, but it's so gross when you think about
Yeah,
it.
it is.
Not
Oh,
too
but
much.
it's so good on a sandwich.
so good.
Oh,
Oh, man.
I
You
don't
ever
ever
fried
eat it.
bologna sandwich?
Oh my god!
With
Of
Swiss
course.
cheese and mustard.
Wait, do you remember?
Oh
you
my
remember?
God.
You remember how we
Some
used to have
sweet
for
pickles.
breakfast?
Oh, butter
Sweet
pickles.
pickles.
Remember how we
Oh,
used to have
Ooh,
the
I'm
toasted
hungry.
bagel with butter, with the warm bologna on it.
Yeah, that's what I
on
mean.
the bagel.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
It was another level.
Oh,
So
I know, but
good.
who knew?
So
who knew?
good.
I don't know.
You never would have had
Well, I
bologna
gotta be
if
honest.
I knew then
I
what
gotta
I
be
know
honest.
now.
That processed meats 40 years ago.
Yeah, it was
whole
different.
different story than
Yeah, they
processed
were.
meats today.
That's
were.
true.
It's true.
Yeah,
It is
that
true.
is
No, it's literally has.
Literally true.
In the last 15 to 10 years, it's changed. Even ground meat used to be really good parts of the cow. Now it's thousands of parts of different cows from all over the world.
Yeah.
Okay, that's scary.
Yeah, now,
It's really bad.
Now you have to make sure it's like, I mean, if you want, grass-fed, all natural,
But they don't.
Where's
but
the
here's the thing they
grass grown?
don't tell you. No, here's the thing they don't tell. Well, that's a good point, Mom.
Yeah.
But here's they don't tell you.
What?
It's not coming from one cow.
Right.
It's coming from thousands of cows now. They make and the scraps after the good meat's taken.
Yes.
So who's to
The
say
hooves, the
that all
legs,
those
the-
cows that they're
yeah.
getting them from, they're going to be able to tell which were grass fed,
Yeah.
which were not. It's all a lie, bro. It's a lie.
So what do we do? We have to have our
hold
own
on. It can't
house
just say
with the
grass.
wrong
It has to say grass fed and finished.
There
because
you
what they
go.
do is they
There
feed
you
them. They let
go.
them graze out.
There you
but
go.
when they pick them up to slaughter them, they switch them over to a grain
you
diet.
go.
I can't
So it
think
has
about
to be
this.
grass fed and finished, and that means that
right.
they've consumed a natural diet their entire life.
The only real true grass fed meats are coming out of Australia right now.
Yeah, it's really or or like a local farmer. that
Trader
you know.
Joe's grass-fed ground beef is from Australia.
That's what I mean. That's like the main place
I do-
because they've got
But-
all these natural, still
Yeah.
natural
But how
grazing
are they
areas.
getting it here?
Shipping it, frozen.
Okay, that's okay.
I love Australia.
Here's Mom, don't get me started. Australia, great memories in Australia, but
We all were in Australia and did a little Disney movie called
We did.
Jumping
And brought up
Ship.
that our mom produced.
Mom
Yeah, it's
produced
true.
that, put that
called,
together for us.
Jumping Ship, which was the sequel to another film that our mom produced called Horse Sense.
Yep.
Which is beloved.
I was recently.
That's right. Well, there had to be there had to be some content generated that was appropriate.
Family content.
Family
that
programming is
facilitated-
very necessary.
And
Not only
I'm
that,
just going
but
to
all
say,
of us hanging
Disney
out.
Channel would be lucky as pigs and shit right now if they had product like Jumping Ship and Horse Sense, because they don't make stuff like that anymore. And it's not just us saying it; everybody's saying that.
Well, we
they
have
don't
to do
make
it again.
They're
quality
too busy remaking Adventures of Babysitting and Home Alone.
and ruining it. Yeah,
Why would you
ruining
remake those-
remakes? I know.
Why would you
Ruining
remake
remakes.
the best movie? Like,
Horrible.
what are you
I
doing?
don't know.
Horrible,
Just
dude.
doesn't
Remake
make
something
any
else.
sense.
Another Peter
I got
Pan
some good
movie?
Disney ideas. We're not going
It's
to talk
a
about them,
great
but I got
story,
some.
though. It's a
but
great
Peter
story.
Pan
And
is
it's not
so
even
brilliant.
Disney.
It's not?
Well, it's not
I don't
Disney
think
centric.
Peter Pan is.
No, it's
was
the guy who
created
wrote it
by Disney. Roald Dahl.
Barry.
No,
Yes, not the
I said
not
Roald
the-
Dahl. I was kidding.
Yeah.
but
He's a great
he is
author.
a great author.
It was Barry. Yeah. I'm gonna Google it.
Did you get my phone calls today, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah, but we
Yes,
were
Mom, but
working.
Well, I knew that.
What were we
We were
doing, Andy?
working.
We were working.
I don't know why you
No.
find that so
We're
fascinating.
doing absolutely.
James Matthew Barry wrote Peter Pan.
Well,
Yes.
well,
but it wasn't a Disney product.
No.
Well, Barry is the author of
Walt
the original.
adapted it into the animated into the original animated film, which, in my opinion, is still to this day the most magical. I loved Hook.
Hook is by far
I
the
loved
most,
Hook.
dude.
I
I'm a
loved
huge Peter
Hook.
Pan fan. You can't compete with Hook.
I loved
Robin Williams, Steven Spielberg,
Yeah,
Dustin
forget
Hoffman,
it.
Julia Roberts. I mean, the movie goes on
forget
and on
it.
and on and on.
Do
and on.
you know
Dustin
how many
Hoffman,
days
great.
Andy walked around in a
Didn't I
Hook
say that?
costume?
Oh, yeah.
Bob
he was
Hopkins?
Hooked for a long time.
Bob Hoskins was Shmi. Yeah,
I
but
know.
but Dustin Hoffman was Hook.
Yeah.
It was great. No, that was a great
Magical movie.
twist on it.
His,
Right. Oh, it was great. It was
the way
great.
they did
No.
it, the execution.
No, well-
I think we need to watch it.
We need to watch Hook.
Dun, dun,
I think it came out, what, 94? 93?
So good.
know.
No,
I'll
it was
Google
a little bit later than that. It was good.
No, it was not later than that.
That movie.
I will tell you exactly.
No, it's definitely
when it
not
came
later
out.
than that, bro.
No, it was either. I think it was 93. What do you guys think it is?
95.
95.
I'm going with you. 90,
I have no idea
93.
what year it was. I lost track of years. I don't think
91.
in terms of
We were
years.
even late.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
91.
Yeah, dude, you were little. What? You were little, bro.
Yeah. Anyway, I love that adaptation of it, but I love the original Disney animated movie. I think it's brilliant.
It is
Anyway,
brilliant.
Do you remember that Saturday Night Fever came out in December 1977? Okay.
Wow.
You were
God, I was alive.
alive. Well, because Staying Alive was the first song you sang. And I said, wait a minute. I was trying to figure out how old you were. You were under 2. Wow. Because you weren't 2 until April
Wow.
I've always said
of
that.
78.
You're like, how do you get in this business? I was like, honestly, I think my older brother, from the time he could talk or walk, started doing performances.
He
and
did.
Just went from
he
there.
did. And I have it on DVD.
Yeah.
Really? You have it?
I have him
Guys,
picking
I
up
need to put that up.
Yes. Oh,
We should put that on our Patreon, guys.
okay.
Let's do it.
I
I'm
have
down.
it.
Because that's.
When you
I'd like
said
to see that. I haven't
I know.
seen that.
there was, we had this old camera
then
with
you
a
can't see
cord.
it.
You have to
and
put the mic out in front,
You
right?
pick this up, you go, what this? And I said, it's a microphone. Can you say it? And you went, microphone. And you started to sing. And I went, okay, now I know.
Yeah.
Now I know. You were not even 2 years
Did
old.
I do Barry Gibb's part?
No.
Which harmony did I do, Mom?
You did it really well.
Oh, did I? Oh
have
well, I got to see this video now.
Okay.
I know.
I gotta see this
I
video.
actually,
It's really poor quality,
Yeah,
but
well, I'm
you
sure.
can still see it.
and I actually, I
Half
can
a
see them. I
century
can
ago.
see it right now.
Half a century
I've watched
ago.
it enough to. I've got it
Yes.
all
Wow,
memorized.
half
I can
a
even.
century ago. Were we in Lavrock?
We were in Lavrock.
Was that the weird carpets?
The flowers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, some strange ass carpets in Lavrock. Yeah,
Flowers.
real 70s. Wasn't your kitchen like yellow and orange?
It was yellow and orange and green.
Oh my gosh!
The
You know what-
quintessential 70s look.
Wow.
You know what's crazy about that video? The reason why I can still see the video is because the reason why it's so ingrained in my mind is because you would get a look in that video at that age, at young age. You got a look in your eyes when you put the microphone, starts doing whatever
Oh.
you're singing. Get this little look. You still get that look every time you go to sing or act to
Really?
this
Yes, you do.
day.
Let me see.
Still get the same look in
It's
your
the
eyes.
crazy eyes.
Yeah, you still get it, dude. Still get it.
Performance?
No,
Me?
you're an idiot. You're just oh gosh.
You still get it.
You all get it. You all have
5,
that
4,
look.
3, 2, 1. Then welcome to the Brotherly Love Podcast. I counted myself in. I'm so insane.
Joe's 2 years old. He's like, wait a minute. This amplifies my voice?
And
and everybody stops and stares at me, and I'm the only one that's allowed to keep talking?
You just,
So true.
You,
You're
did,
the-
you
you're
started
the
with
worst.
Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
I did do Twinkle.
Right into
I still love Twinkle.
Yeah.
That's one of your go-tos.
Classic.
Right into the ABCs.
That's all you
And then all of a
repeat.
sudden it was Staying Alive and was like,
unbelievable.
yeah.
So-
So Joe's
all right.
ABC was actually the Jackson 5's ABC.
do,
Yeah.
do, 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 do. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, do re si, do re mi, 1, 2, 3, baby, ABC, something like that.
No,
No,
ABC.
It's ABC.
I'm thinking about
Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Easy as 1,
Easy
2,
as
3.
do re mi, ABC,
ABC.
1, 2, 3,
baby,
baby,
you and me, girl. Come on, guys.
You need to go up a few octaves.
Yeah, we do, but we
Yeah.
can't right now. We all have a little.
just tried,
sinus.
it didn't work.
We all have some sinuses right now, so
Right.
you know,
Yeah, well.
I have a little postnasal drip.
Ugh, every time you say that,
It's the worst.
It gives me like
Can't you just say
Makes me wanna
allergies?
vomit.
Phlegm.
no, it
No,
makes me vomit.
allergies is
It's not
just...
flan.
Just
It's phlegm.
say allergies,
Allergies.
please. The thought of this is.
I feel like I got flan in the back of my
Yeah,
throat.
well,
Yeah,
Oh.
actually, I do feel like I got a little.
You know when you
I love
when you take a
flan.
clam right out of the water and you just
Yeah.
shuck it and
Yeah.
You know when you pour milk and then
That's
lemon?
it feels like that
disgusting.
little
It
clam in the
curdles.
back of your throat.
You know the curling you get when you get milk and
Oh,
lemon?
speaking of allergies, when you have something funny, speaking of clams.
Oh, no.
So I was allergic,
Clams.
like Mom said, I was allergic. He said clams when you, but
think they're oysters.
but with clams too, they're pretty gross. But in my opinion, they're weird. But I was allergic to everything. Mom, citrus, dairy, chocolate, everything. Right? That's what. Okay. So I went and finally had an allergy test. Right. because I never had seasonal allergies, so I had an allergy test boring. But the interesting thing is I found out that I'm not allergic to any of those things that I was allergic to. So my body's grown out of everything.
anymore, right.
What I'm allergic to now is
Salmon.
Salmon.
Really?
Clams are the only two fish that I can't have. I can
Wow.
have I can have shrimp.
You're
and
allergic to salmon?
Salmon.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Cauliflower, and all grass,
What kind of grass?
like grasses, all wild grasses.
Grasses, weed.
Right, weeds.
And what about
Now he's the
like
best.
cut grass? Can you walk by it? Does it start to
No,
suffocate you?
I can, but
Actually, you were allergic
this
to
starts to
grass.
pulsate. Like it starts to like flare up. I could feel it. You know, like when you feel like a headache and it swells.
Yeah.
I get that right here.
See, I got really lucky. I had
Oh, great.
catastrophic
Wow, great for you.
allergies all through my
You did, but
young,
you grew out of them.
and then in my
But-
teens, and then I hit my 20s.
Nothing.
Guess
and
what?
you did not have food allergies.
Guess what?
As much.
I flipped.
You did not.
No, only to shellfish. I
Yeah,
broke out crazy.
Shrimp,
Huge
shellfish.
golf ball
yes.
size.
But
I
nuts.
flipped.
Yeah.
But then you were the opposite. You had nothing as a kid. In fact, I remember you were always like, why are you going?
No seasonal allergies.
wrong with
oh,
you?
you come in. I can't be.
Well, Matt was so bad. Clarity.
And
Oh, my
always,
God.
you got so many earaches.
It was
Oh,
always
constantly,
allergies for me.
constantly.
Also, and I refused to not go outdoors too. Which was
Right,
the
but
issue.
I'm thinking like every 7 to 10 years, your body
I refused to
changes,
go
right?
outdoors, so I had a lot of
I actually have
outdoor
allergies right
allergies.
now. I feel like, but 7 to 10 years, your body changes. So I don't know. This has been about 7 or 10 years for me.
So does
maybe
your
I'll
friend
swing out of it.
group.
Huh?
They say
does your
friendships that
friend
last beyond 7 to 10 years are friends that you'll have for life because usually friends come in and out of your lives every 7 to 10 years.
You know what's forever though? Brothers.
Oh, boy.
That's right. And mothers, dude.
And
And
mothers.
mothers.
You only get one.
Yeah, that's right.
And this is
Right.
it.
That's
I
right.
know. Well,
Yep.
we're lucky.
Yep.
I'm lucky.
Yeah,
We're
Very
all-
lucky.
I'm the lucky
We're the
one.
best. They're the best.
I'm the
No,
lucky
and we're
one.
very lucky. Like we say it all the time. We're very lucky. We both of our parents are alive and healthy,
Yep.
and we have them, and that's incredible.
And they also were driving forces of our
Oh
lives.
my
and-
gosh! You think
and
about
really-
the sacrifices.
yeah.
I mean the vision and the sacrifices and the facilitation. I know. I mean, I have 3 children, right? And the oldest, 17 and 13, like we always say, but they're living a different life. You know, we were very unique in this life that we grew up in, but it's. I think about the kind of commitment that it would take to basically go, all right, we're going to make a shift, a tectonic shift.
Yep.
And the normal traditional trajectory of life where, you know, mom has her career, dad has his career, and we just figure out what we do in our lives, it was a complete like leap of faith to go, maybe this dream can really be realized for this child. And to have that kind of support is the only way that you would even have an opportunity to explore that and to have that opportunity and then to it, you know, bear the fruits that it did and then continue that journey with you and then you and for us to all be here today on this podcast that's beloved.
Look at that,
is
Mom.
that-
All- this is the product of all your work.
Yes, it
Well,
is.
It is
but
true.
The truth of the
This
matter
new
is,
studio, Mom.
you know,
The new studio.
Yeah, I love this studio. It's really
Nice,
nice,
right? It's pretty
the
cool.
truth is, I had no idea or intention
Right.
for it to go where I just knew that you wanted to do a certain
Try it.
thing.
Yeah.
And it was there. So
Why not
we,
try it?
we tried it.
And look
And
at
it
that.
took off.
And
And-
look at that. It's literally.
it's nurture nature is
But
what it is.
But it's literally the microcosm of the American dream. Right.
Yeah.
Within 2 generations, we've got an Italian family and a British-Scottish family that come
Yeah,
over
Irish,
to this
English,
country.
Irish,
Portuguese.
And within 2 generations, so my parents clearly, as you could see, my dad's in the financial planning world, and my mom's is a
hand
is
in
a
my
school.
face.
Sorry, is a school.
Is an educator.
Is an educator and school teacher, has
Joe,
been all
that's not
time.
natural. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, we're both putting our hands in front of Andy's
So he
face
doesn't
right
get
now.
his shot.
Right.
Anyway, but
I need my screen time.
Yeah.
So
He
look
will
at
get
that.
his shot.
So look at that. We all know mom and dad definitely, if they had sought it out when they were young in a different time, they would have gone on to do that and be in the entertainment
Both
industry.
entertainers,
But they
especially mom.
didn't. That wasn't
Yeah.
the era. But
No.
look how quickly our family line was able to turn out something like that. And I
Yeah.
always think about that with your kids in the next generation.
Yeah.
If I had kids right now, I'd be like, you know, not only did it take 4,000 people before the story I'm telling you right now, at least,
Yeah.
to get you here, but just think just in the last 2 generations, what has occurred in this family to be able to have the things that we have and
Yeah.
how lucky and blessed we are to be able to do that. And it's
Yeah.
it's literally the American dream. I mean, we came here with nothing 2 generations ago.
Right.
And look at us, look at the product of what that is
Yeah.
with us. It's pretty
Well, it is
unreal.
pretty. It is pretty
When
special that you can
God
pursue
gives
your
you-
dreams. you
When
know?
God gives you talents,
Yeah.
you have to pursue them.
Yeah.
You cannot bury your talents.
And by the way, everybody is given talents.
Everybody.
everyone. but
Everyone.
No one
just
should
need to-
bury their talents.
No, and you guys got
ever.
to. The real thing is, you know, we were also blessed enough to figure figure those talents out, and then to cultivate them and use that as what we do and what we love. Because like you said, everybody's got talents, but not everybody's lucky enough to figure them out or cultivate them or pull them
or
into
have
their...
somebody that just gives that little bit of encouragement that makes them believe in themselves. Because that's really what it is. If you don't believe in yourself, that dream's not going anywhere. How can you, if you don't believe in yourself, how are you going to convince somebody else to believe in you? It doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
So for us, we didn't even realize how lucky we were because Mom and Dad had instilled in us the belief in ourselves. That we could do it.
We could do it.
And that's really why we're here. It's just because we believed it.
And we've needed every bit of it. Because the ups and downs
Yes.
and those moments where you have all the success and then it's taken away and then you have to figure out what's going on. If you don't have belief in yourself, I mean, it's over.
But
you know?
I always said it's what you do, it's not who you are.
That's true.
You have to have the who you are. You have to have the knowledge of who you are.
Absolutely.
And you didn't. It's way beyond performing.
You're right.
It's about character and respect and work ethic
You're
and
absolutely
honesty and integrity and all those things that matter.
You're right.
So,
You always said that the industry is meaningless. The success of that doesn't predicate your success as a human being.
the only stars are in the sky.
Right? That's
Another great one.
The only
And,
stars are in the sky.
You
So
reap
true.
the harvest of the seed you sow.
Absolutely.
so true.
Absolutely. And
Those are the things you have to hold on to.
yeah, I say
Growing up.
I say it all the time. The balance somehow that we were able to maintain
It is a balance.
of just life. Like my greatest memories, sure, you have the highlights of, like I've talked about, you have the highlights of the Macy's Day Parades and
Oh, wow, that
traveling to Italy with Andy Williams for the Christmas special, and Finland for the Christmas special, and Italy for the Easter special with all the Cosby kids and all the stuff that Silver Spoon.
And meeting the Pope.
Right, meeting the
I mean,
Pope.
even-
We met the Pope. I mean, and then the experiences of going to Florida and doing movies with John Travolta, and
what a
you
guy.
doing movies with Robin
Crazy.
Williams, and
Crazy.
you doing movies with
This
Bean,
little
right?
family.
with Rowan
Rowan
Atkinson,
Atkinson.
I mean,
John Travolta.
John Travolta,
From Philly.
Harry Belafonte. I mean,
So weird.
So you look at all these things, right? Performing with Milton Berle and George Burns and Bob Hope, but you do all these things, and they're all great, right? But honest to goodness, my favorite memories, truly, are family trips.
Of course.
Ocean City,
100%.
Ocean
Hawaii.
City, New Jersey.
I remember
here.
our mixtapes.
Same here.
I
Oh, my
remember
goodness. Yep.
literally Christmas mornings
Yep.
with you guys,
Absolutely.
hanging our stockings, the go-karts.
Oh,
And that's why we have to keep those traditions alive.
I agree.
Well,
Even though you get cranky about the Christmas decorations,
You're right.
You
I
have
agree.
to keep it alive.
You're right.
Because
No, you are
they're
right.
generations.
You are right. Damn it, she tied it back in and guilted me for next year.
And I'll play it
I'll
back.
be getting those boxes out in 6-7 months.
It's just a few.
No, it's just a few.
I'll
No,
be
but
falling off a ladder.
yep. There it is.
While hanging
there
a wreath.
are
Yeah.
there are generations worth of
They
Christmas
are.
There are.
There
Literally,
are.
But
literally
honestly,
generations.
honestly, guys, even
But
as
when
simple
those
as,
decorations are on the tree,
It's so
and
great.
you remember Meme and Pop.
I was just gonna say.
and great grandma.
I mean, my favorite memories are, like family dinners, being able to have those like we did with Meme and Pop, especially when they moved out to
Oh.
California.
And great grandma,
And
who was
great-grandma.
90.
I
We
know.
brought her here when she was 90.
So
and you
cool.
used to go. She was
I
living
know.
right by the school.
I know.
She would go in the patio.
I know,
and
and
you
watch
guys
us.
Would go
I would
and
wave to her. I know, it's unbelievable.
She
I
lived
remember
until
that, yeah.
97,
Think about
and
what we
she had
were
the
able to
best
have.
7
I
years.
know,
of,
man.
you know?
So
Yeah.
lucky and
We're
blessed.
so blessed.
It's
And Aunt
crazy.
Millie, sweet Aunt Millie.
Yep.
Aunt Millie.
Andy
All
found
of
her
her-
washing her teeth in the toilet.
Well,
Yeah.
she was a little.
She had
She had
Alzheimer's.
dementia.
Yeah.
She had dementia, the
Yeah.
poor
She had
thing,
Alzheimer's?
but she had dementia.
Do you remember when we started to realize that
Can I tell
Aunt
that
Millie
story real
had?
quick though? Just
What, Aunt
clear it
Millie's
up?
story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
It's. I mean, I loved Aunt Millie, but at this point, she was really things were unraveling, and
poor baby.
someone said, "Go give your Aunt Millie a hug and kiss." And
Goodbye. Yeah, we were leaving.
I went into the room, and she was
Standing somewhere,
she
right?
was- I mean, if you want to know the
Oh,
details.
this is embarrassing, but you can tell.
Well, she
Well,
was
she's
just
passed away.
she
She'll
was
be all
washing
right.
her teeth
In the
her
toilet.
dents in the toilet,
Yeah,
and then
but-
put them in
but-
her mouth and tried to give me a kiss.
Wasn't she?
But she was also new.
wasn't
got a
she-
potty
but
mouth.
Wasn't she also? She was naked.
She was nude and peeing in the sink, but I was trying to leave that out.
Oh,
for the,
my
goodness.
God!
Look,
you know,
you
this
know?
is
So she
real.
got the
This
sink
is
and the
real-
toilet mixed up.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is real
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
You were exposed to
It is.
real
I know.
life.
But honestly, she was such a sweet.
But you still loved her to
Oh
death.
God, I would never. Yeah, I mean,
No,
you
of
know,
course.
I knew
But
what was going on.
Those are the things
She was a
that I
sweetheart.
really
Do you remember the
most.
stairs?
Oh my gosh, she would have. She had a lot of flatulence.
And
She had
as
a
you
lot of
know, you
gas.
start to not
Yeah.
have your faculties as much, she doesn't
Or
really care.
not- well, that's the
Every
thing. I don't know
step.
if she didn't have faculties or she just didn't give a crap
Yeah,
at that point.
but every
And who-
step
and nor
she
should
we
went-
had a
she.
flight of steps that
Nor
we
should
landed
she.
into our house that was about 20 steps.
God bless Aunt
And from
Millie.
the first step to the landing, not
Yeah.
the last step, to getting up to the landing, it was
She farted every step.
Every
was a
step.
little rocket
on
ship.
cue. Her foot would hit the ground and it'd be fart. The other foot, another
no.
fart. It was
And she
unbelievable.
did it. Remember at church on Christmas Eve?
Oh my gosh, yes.
was
In the
really
pew.
loud.
And
Yeah.
something did pew. It was real pew. It was a double pew.
It was putrid.
Yeah, it was putrid.
Remember
what
the
it was.
animals
See
were coming
you.
down the aisle, and
my
Billy
God.
was.
Oh yeah, we went to the Crystal Cathedral,
Yeah.
and they had a live nativity. You remember that? They
Oh,
had
my
that.
gosh.
I remember.
Again,
Do you
that's
remember
another
when the
memory.
door opened? When you were little, we went there, and the door opened, and Matt went, "Is he coming?" I said, "Who?" And he goes, "God." Is that God?
Yeah,
It
right.
was precious.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, man. No, that was
you
a
were.
beautiful
was
church.
before you were born.
got
We had a lot of good memories.
No.
We had a lot of great times.
It's
And
so
then you
funny.
But
came
it
along.
really,
We
you know,
only
came
had
into-
like 8 to 10 years really without him, but so much happened
Well-
in a decade that we keep having to prerequisite. I'm sorry you weren't there for that, Andy.
I know.
It's hard for me to imagine those times
It
because
is
I have to
hard.
think, what was Andy doing? Oh, he wasn't.
He wasn't
yet.
there.
It wasn't there yet,
I was
man.
pulling the strings.
But let me tell you something.
in a different universe.
I was playing you all like Geppetto. Oh God.
I had to fight for this. Oh
God.
I had to fight for this guy.
I know.
Because I had to stay in bed for 6 months. That's why I gained so much weight.
That's right.
Yeah.
The doctor said, "I'm really sorry because I had multiple miscarriages," and he said, "I'm sorry," and I said, "No, this is not happening. He's coming." And he
So you
did.
laid in bed for like,
6 months.
oh my
Wow.
gosh.
And didn't you? I mean, it was
I mean,
very
I-
tough birth. You lost a lot of blood, right?
Yeah,
And didn't you code?
yeah, I did.
It's
What's that?
unbelievable. Like,
My heart
code.
stopped.
Like,
Oh, boo.
oh yeah.
Oh, really?
They had to use the things.
You-
Do you not,
had
do you
to
not
get
know
your-
that?
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
You had to have your heart pumped up?
Jolted.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
and he cried.
Wow.
And I
Yes.
came back.
That's incredible.
That's goosebumps
That-
time.
I know.
Right there.
That
Ooh.
changed my life
I'm sure.
in a
Yeah,
way
that's
that I
goosebumps time.
Definitely
that
would.
changed my life.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
goodness.
crazy.
Changed my life in a
You
very
changed all of
wonderful
our
way.
lives.
Yeah.
Yes,
All of them.
Altered the entire Lawrence family universe. when
Yeah,
this
you
one was
did.
and it
born.
was the best.
It's like Thanos.
best thing ever.
Comes in. Look at this fist. oh God,
It's just going like this.
But
and everything changes.
Oh
awesome.
my God, that's great. That's brilliant.
Yeah, just snap.
remember when he was like 6 weeks old? His belly laugh.
Oh, we've
my
talked
God.
about this
Never
so much. I
Heard
know.
a belly laugh.
I know, it really
Sounds like I
was.
really was
Quite-
Thanos.
Yeah,
Quite
your belly laugh
spectacular.
was, Andy. You would belly laugh.
Yeah.
Like
Like it was surreal.
It was
no,
the
he
best.
was
I mean,
6
it
weeks.
was
That's like
unbelievable.
ridiculous.
It is
It's true.
ridiculous.
You also,
remember that.
the day I brought you home from the hospital, you said, "Mommy, I got this itch in my head, and I
Oh
got
my
these
God, I
things."
remember
And you
that.
lifted your shirt, and you had a full-blown case of chickenpox.
I remember
I couldn't.
vividly.
I had a brand new baby and all that stuff happened, and
Yep.
Meme and Pop had to move into the house.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
You-
Meme was giving you calamine baths.
Meme took care of
She
you.
was.
Pop took care of you. I took care of you, and then you thought you were home free.
I'll never forget. It was. What was the gestation of chickenpox? It was like 2 weeks.
think it's
right?
2 weeks,
Okay.
yeah.
The 14th day.
I know,
Yeah.
Coming back
you
from New
got
York
it.
with Dad.
You were doing a
from
commercial.
shoot.
And you got
I
it
remember
really
being in the
bad,
car with
dude.
Dad,
Wait.
and I remember going, "Well, Dad, I did it." And he's like,
Boing.
"You did it, Joe." And literally, before I got home, I felt this one thing, and I was like, "What is that?" And it turned
Oh, it's
into this
huge.
chicken pox.
It was
I
like a
couldn't put
50
my neck
cent
down.
piece.
It was a 50-cent piece, dude. It was the biggest. I remember.
No, I remember thinking, man, he got it bad.
Because I was 12, dude.
got it so
I
It
got
was
it
really
so
bad,
bad.
really bad.
So bad.
You're just walking in, you're in bed.
Yeah.
You're like putting pencils in your.
Yeah, dude. It was so bad.
And then he got it.
And then he got
But
it.
he only got a very. I mean,
I had it
baby,
internally.
He had it. It's very dangerous for infants.
I know.
Very,
I mean,
but
I was insulated. You obviously didn't tell me it was so dangerous.
it was
but
well. I you know,
I'll
there was
never
nothing we
forget
could do.
sitting in my classroom and it was reading time. And you know that scene in the Sword in the Stone, the animated Disney version?
Oh, dude, I love that movie.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
What?
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
you remember when Mims?
Yes.
Mims and she's going.
Yes.
You
yes.
mean a disease?
Yes.
And you've caught me, Mim. You've caught me.
That's what
So
it felt
good.
like. And I felt it was almost like it was animated. I could hear the welts going.
Oh, God. Please don't remind me.
And I remember
I had them everywhere.
this is what because I didn't know. I started to pop them. Oh. In class, I'm going. That's an interesting one.
Oh my
That's an interesting. I must have given it to the whole class. I'm going. That's an interesting one. I was like, my
Someone
kids.
gave it to you,
My
Matt.
kids. I know someone gave it to me, and it
Can
just
you
propagated.
pop
But
chicken pox?
Well, they do
Yeah.
pop.
my head,
and
they pop.
They
Yeah.
pop.
So when you get them, it's a blister.
Like a blister.
So
It's a
literally, I was going.
It's a varicella lesion.
It was the craziest thing ever. I remember going, look at this.
Varicella lesion.
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 They're lesions.
Lesion of doom.
They were lesions.
Unreal.
Wow.
I'm just
See,
glad I
that's-
didn't. I don't even know.
How do we
was
do
terrible.
that?
That's
How do we
crazy
do
stuff.
that?
Crazy
That is
stuff.
crazy stuff, right? But I'll tell you, it really is. It's a testament to, people always say like, and look, we've all had our problems and ups and downs and challenges and demons and all these things.
Hopefully, that's how you grow.
But you're right. You're right. But
Go through it, grow
but,
through it.
For the most part, doing what we've been doing. In the spotlight like this for 41 years, well, not quite you, but, you will be
He's not even
past that.
41 years.
By the time you're my age, you'll have done this longer than I'm doing.
Yeah, it's true.
That's what's so crazy.
I became a SAG member in '91.
Right, when you were 3. Right.
So
when you're
I
my
have
age,
to
bro,
tell-
When you're something crazy.
you will have been doing this 44 years. I've been doing it 41.
It is you, Matt.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Matt, you were on Dynasty when you were 3.
Yeah.
I think
In
Yeah.
'83.
pretty
Yeah,
sure
dude.
it is.
Mine,
You were
mine was from
Danny
81.
Carrington on
Mine was
Dynasty.
84. I was off by 1 year.
Mine
Well,
was.
you were
Mine
3
was.
when you worked.
Mine
I don't know
was.
how that worked.
Probably got it.
Yeah, I just
that was
didn't-
probably his way in.
Yeah.
That was.
They probably got him that.
That
you
was
know,
his-
you,
yeah.
You can do a project
Taft
and they give
Hartley,
you,
yeah.
the Taft
Crazy,
Hartley.
huh?
He was on opposing shows.
Taft Hartley, by the way, is basically a passageway. They basically extend you an opportunity to work.
Right. That's
if
what it
you
was.
join the guild.
Right.
Yeah. So if you join the SAG-AFTRA, which is the Screen Actors Guild Union, which is the union we're all part of that we have to be to work.
Yes.
Anyway.
Exactly.
But it really is a testament to our family, to our upbringing, and
Yeah.
to the base, the rock that we were all able to sort of grow off of.
Mm-hmm.
Because that rock, when times got tough, even to this day, we can still come back to it. And
100%.
it's been a wild ride. I mean, a lot of reverse engineering where we were, we didn't need any help early in life and self-sustaining. We need help later in life. I mean, these things. This journey has been bumpy and messy and imperfect, and that's what life is. And it's beautiful that we get to just wake up every day and continue to live
guess
it.
what?
That's really the amazing
Here
thing.
you are.
Yeah.
And so blessed.
Here you are.
And
Yeah.
wouldn't change a thing.
And here you are,
Yes,
Mom.
Mom.
And we want to thank you for being
Yes.
such an amazing guest on the Brotherly Love podcast, Mom.
Mommy!
It must be surreal.
Do you want me to
Mom
dance,
and
sing?
Mom put together Brotherly Love.
Thank you, Mom.
I
Come
love you,
back
Mom.
anytime. We love all you guys.
Yes, we
Please
do.
subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're not watching us there. If you're listening to us, go over there. You can watch
Yes,
us.
my babies.
Thank you for loving us like you do. We love you right back. And we'll see you next week.
Next
Right here in the Brotherly Love
Friday.
Pod. God bless everybody.
my babies.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Mom.
Hey guys, the Lawrence Brothers here to thank you for tuning in and watching this episode of the Brotherly Love Podcast.
That's right. And to watch clips from this pod, go to the Podco YouTube channel at the link in the description.
And for exclusive weekly bonus content, join our Patreon now. The link is also in the description.
And we will see you guys next week.
Next week.
Next week.